Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Teacher Kieran, Grammar Space Beginner, Book 3, Unit 10, Past Simple with the verb be, and we're going to be asking more questions. All right, so guys, to make yes/no questions, we put the verb was or were before the subject. Make WH questions, we put the question words where or who at the beginning of the sentences. So we have the yes/no questions. And here is the positive, here is the negative. So question 1, was I sick? Yes, you were. No, you weren't. Were you sick? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. So we're just going to be looking at the short form for the negative. Was he sick? Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. Were they sick? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. So the WH questions, where? Where were you last night? I was at home. Where was he this morning? He was at the library. Who was the boy next to you? He was my cousin. Who were the girls with Dave? They were his classmates. Was Mark at the library after school? No, he wasn't. Where were you after school? I was on the playground. Okay, we're going to go into our workbook now and get some practice with this, the verb be and questions. So we have 4 pictures here. So number 1, we have A, question, and B, answer. Was Nick at home this morning? Yes or no? No, he wasn't. Okay. All right. Now, we would say he was at the swimming pool, but I think we'll just say no, he wasn't. Okay. Where something your parents. They were in the cafe. So there's our clue. Where something your parents. They were in the cafe. Where were your parents? Were your parents, were your sneakers in the basket? Yes, they were, right? So look, were your sneakers, more than one, in the basket? Yes, they were. Who something, the boy next to you? He was my classmate last year. All right, so who was the boy next to you? He was my classmate last year. Check the correct answers. Was Billy at your birthday party? No, he wasn't. No, I wasn't. Okay, very easy, guys. Were you busy yesterday? Yesterday. Yes, I am. Yes, I was. Very simple. Where were you this morning? I was at home. No, I wasn't. That's not asking. Were you? It's not a yes or no question. They're asking a real question for a real answer. Were the boys hungry? Were the boys hungry? Yes, they were. Okay, easy. Was Billy at your birthday party? No, he wasn't. Were you busy yesterday? Yes, I was. Where were you this morning? I was at home. Were the boys hungry? Yes, they were. Complete the dialogues in the past simple. Something sick last week? Yes, she. Okay, guys, so was she sick last week? Yes, she was. Something hungry before bed? Yes, I was. Okay, now remember, we're not going to say, was I hungry? We're not going to ask ourselves that question. We're going to say, were you hungry before bed? Yes, I was. Okay, so don't forget that. Something cold this morning? No, it. So negative, it, he, she, it wasn't. All right. So guys, was it cold this morning? No, it wasn't. Who something the girl in the yard? She's something my cousin. She was. So who was the girl in the yard? She was my cousin. Where something they after dinner? They were. So where were they after dinner? All right. They were in his room. Let's try again. Was she sick last week? Yes, she was. Were you hungry before bed? Yes, I was. Was it cold this morning? No, it wasn't. Who was the girl in the yard? She was my cousin. Where were they after dinner? They were in his room. Okay, straightforward, I hope. Change and rewrite the sentences. He was in the music room. Okay, so negative, he wasn't in the music room. All right. Now ask a question. Remember, we're going to flip it. So we're going to flip the verb of be and put it before the subject. So we're going to say, was he in the music room? Okay. So he was in the music room. He wasn't in the music room. Was he in the music room? We were at school yesterday. Negative. We weren't at school yesterday. And the question, we're going to flip it again, put the verb be first. Were we in the school yesterday? Okay. Were we in the school yesterday? All right. The doctor was tired. Okay, so the opposite. The doctor wasn't tired. Now, put the form of be in front. Was the doctor tired? Okay, there we go. So the doctor was tired. The doctor wasn't tired. Was the doctor tired? Complete the dialogue in the past simple. Wendy and Joe. Hey, Joe, where something you after lunch? Where, so you, that is the pronoun, the subject. Where were you after lunch? I something in the gym. I was in the gym. Wendy, something Simon was, something Simon with you? Capital W, was Simon with you? No, he, negative, wasn't. I was with Ken. Where was Simon then? Maybe he was in the teacher's room, okay? Test station. Choose the correct answers. Something you hungry last night. Okay, so you cannot, and last night. So it can't be right now, cannot be was, it's got to be were. Were you hungry last night? Were you hungry last night? Number 2, something Harry late for the train. Okay, not are, not were, just one person, Harry. It's got to be was. Was Harry late for the train? Okay. Were something wet? Were the book. It cannot be the book because it's got to be more than one, or you. So your cap is only one as well. The kites, that works. Were the kites wet? Were the kites wet? Choose the wrong sentences. Is Dr. Lee tired today? Was Dr. Lee tired today? All right, both of these are grammatically okay. But if we're talking about past simple, then this one is wrong, okay? This one is correct. Oh, sorry, we want to find out the wrong ones. Okay, hold on. All right. So this one is correct, and this one is wrong for past simple. Who was the girl next to Nick? Who the girl was next to Nick? Okay, this one is wrong because you need to have the WH word, and then you need the form of be before the subject, okay? So that one is correct. All right, that is wrong. Okay, guys, so let's have a look. Was Dr. Lee tired yesterday? Oh, sorry, yesterday. I thought that said today. Yes, of course, that is wrong, of course. Who was the girl next to Nick? All right, there you go, guys. Pretty easy stuff. If you didn't understand, go back and watch it again, and I'll see you in the next one.